Here you see this is Mexico. And right there is Italy. Both countries are just an ocean from each other. Both of them have almost similar flag. But the difference is, Mexico has picture of an eagle holding a snake its mouth hand right claw. And also the flag of Mexico has red and green tone are somewhat darker. But however Italy has nothing in the middle and has a little lighter red and green. But however that our colors are actually older in Mexico than the one in Italy. The Italian kingdom had used red white green color and our flag since 18th century. Monterrey, Italy didn't form until the Kingdom of Italy in the 1860s. While in Mexico they actually used it during the early stage of independence. What the modern-day Italian flag wasn't adopted until 1948 after the fall of I want. The darkest periods in the country's history what's fascism fall. They have changed flags many times since the First Empire. The modern-day Mexican flag was adopted since 1968. Since 20 years when the Italian modern dropped theirs. But anyways there's more into it. Both have a lot of beautiful small towns especially. And beautiful cities. Both kind of understand each other. The official language of Mexico is Spanish and the official in Italy is Italian. Some people think that Spanish is a mix of Italian and Greek. In fact they're both Romance family. And the roots language is Vulgar Latin. But there's more into it, but also let's move on to other things. And both are rich in culture. Rome is about 2700 years old while Mexico City is just 500 years old. And by the way Italy was the homeland of the Romans and the Roman Empire, which was the kingdom founded in 753 BC. And there's a lock and then the Middle Ages and Renaissance. After the fall of Rome in 476 Italy was Roger might in number of city-states. And there's so much more. Would sad I don't have that much time to talk about. Then by the World War II Italy joined the Allies against Germany and Hungary Austria. But then they barely got any land. Economy was suffering weakened condition. That's an expanded depression. In 1920 the economy was a massive unemployment food storages. Until there was this man who thinks he can fix everything. This is where the beginning of the darkest times. Fast forward. Mexico history. The first people was more than 13,000 years ago in South and Central Mexico. The beginning of the indigenous civilization. Ancient Mexico can set the product 5 major civilization. Among them the Mayans. But this wasn't until 1521 the Spanish screwed them over and conquered them. Under Spanish rule. Capturing all of the country and throughout Latin America. Try and fight back but they got nothing. What the Spanish got a quip. Wiping out most of the indigenous population. It was part of the Spanish Empire or New Spain. They want to establish a colony in the Philippines in the late 16th century. Destroying everything in their path. Even though we can do the rest of the Spanish Empire different video. And so much has happened. And then the independent era. The pair was marked as an up-tended 300 years of Spanish rule. The colony went from the rule form a legitimate Spanish monarchy. And then what this past military overthrowing the Mario I can return to the Spanish liberal constitution of 1812 conservatives and you Spain wants to keep and defends the monarchy for now. The War of Independence lasted for 11 years. From 16th of September 1810 to September 27, 1821. Once Mexico declared independence in 1821 is the famous cry was Viva Mexico. Mexico defeated the Spanish and gained full independence. First Empire was directing parts of the U.S. towards Central America. Then revolution, new form of government over and over again. And here we are today still struggling at the pandemic. But like I told you I'm like Italy and Spain video. That Spain control the kingdom of Naples, Sicily, Milan, even Genoa. Even Sardinia. Which was started by the Aragon. Long story. But I can't get into all of it, but I guess I can do it another time. In 1947 Mexico and Italy sign a peace treaty since the two estrangement. Mexico proposed lead of nations over the Italian troops' invasion of Ethiopia that time during World War II. Since the entry into force free trade agreement between the European Union and Mexico and 2000 trade in Mexico and Italy increased by 258%. This is where Americans love to move and visit the most, even though Mexico already borders. Both has mass immigration to the US. Especially cities like LA and New York. But in San Diego there is a little Italy. And a lots of Mexican neighborhood. Even though San Diego is right there with the border with Tijuana. So you can have a great taste of both Mexican and Italian food. I guess so too in NYC. And yes. Tacos and pizza my most favorite foods. And we love football so much and we laugh but also get angry, so much fun. And also kind of huge ties to Spain. Personally I never been to Italy but I hope I can visit someday. I love both Rome and Mexico City. And other cities like Guadalajara, Milan, Tijuana, Naples, Los Cabos, Sicily, Venice, Cancun, and there's so much more. But anyways is the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe.